Kaplan-Williams, philosopher, psychologist, talking about the Oprah class on Monday nights on her website, interviewing author, philosopher Eckhart Tolle. But he felt in great despair, like, why am I suffering all this agony, all these things wrong with me and my life right now? And he described it as a suicidal thing. Why not just kill myself? So he went through that, and then and he describes it in this first talk. Be sure and go to the website and listen to the whole hour for some real inspiration. What I call philosophy for the rest of us is your perspective on your life. You have a perspective. Do I act from feelings? Do I act from thinkings? From what basis, what values, what attitudes, what longings and desires do I act from in life? What is my motivation? Is it basically a positive motivation for living, or basically a negative motivation for living? Now I'm coming in with some of my own philosophy. So of course, as a philosopher, psychologist myself, I cannot just talk about Tolle and his philosophy. But I'm having my own kind of dialogue here in my little house in the Netherlands, and Oprah and Tolle are at the top of the pinnacle, which is a lucky and ambitious place to be, to climb to the top and to be reached by hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions. 700,000, I think Oprah said, are watching the show. So this is her chance. And now I'm switching to Oprah because it's much more down to earth. She said her special experience years ago was that she prayed to God for a purpose. She literally was on her hands and knees, and she grew up as a Baptist Christian, and show me my purpose in life, God. Show me my purpose for living. Okay. What am I meant to do that is really sent from you? What is your message to me? Okay, so that shows a basic, as a psychologist, that's a basic religious function coming alive, that we as sophisticated animals called humanoids, we also need to feed our brains. And part of feeding our brains is feeding it with a sense of purpose and meaning. Oh my God, what if there is no ultimate purpose and meaning for my life? So both Oprah and Eckhart Tolle were in a crisis at some point in life. They felt like life was not worth living. Okay, to a psychologist, these are despair feelings, not suicidal feelings. But Tolle is no psychologist. He's almost a self-educated philosopher, Of course, he reads in psychology too. He reads books. He reads a lot of books. But as a psychologist, we make a distinction. Suicidal people are the ones that take their lives. They're not just having despair feelings. Oh, it's not worth it. The pain is too great and all this. Why should I struggle on? So I'm not questioning that Tolle had an enlightenment experience, and what is enlightenment? And of course, in the retelling, everyone makes their personal myth sound really like a parable of Jesus, and maybe it is, So that's our perspective. Of course, the psychologist and the writer knows that we humans, in the quest for meaning, are always mythologizing our own personal lives. And even if we're not trying to be famous in some way or some worldwide expert. We're still on the everyday level. Listen to someone's story and just rate it. How much of the story of their vacation is positive and how much is negative, huh? And when I was in Spain once, I missed the bus, huh? And I couldn't get on the bus. I had to wait 24 hours. I had to find a dingy hotel. Is that positive or negative? Well, anyway, so we tend to tell our personal stories as ego polishing, as making ourselves seem better and more positive to all the people that we expect feedback from to show how important we are. So in Tolle's case, another thing on this theme, Oprah brings up, oh, and you're not a guru, are you? You know, no, says Tolle, I deny that I am a guru. Well, isn't that great? The ego is denying that it is an ego. When the psychologist and sociologist looks at the Tolle life, what do we see? We see his Power of Now book has sold in the millions. And we see videos, he's going down to the water and really appreciating it at the water's edge in India, and he's wearing a special kind of jacket, and he has this wonderful smile, and when he talks, he pauses, and then he gives beautiful philosophic spiritual sentences about ego and the way life is. So never believe someone who says they're not a guru. Okay, I've always said, I'm not a guru, I don't have followers. Well, here I am, and it's true, I never did anything to get my students. I've had hundreds of students, committed students to dream work. I've always put the perspective, the source of wisdom, on the dream, the night dream itself, and taught my students how to use dream work methods to find out what the dream itself inspires them to. I don't say what people's dreams mean. I bring out issues. So are you a guru or not? This is really kind of laughable, and it's okay to deny you're a guru, because all the guru types do deny that they're gurus, huh? And yet, out of Tolle's mouth comes this beautiful phrasing of the truth, the truth. So the danger always is that you actually believe what comes out of your thoughts and mind. So then in Tolle's case, he was having suicidal feelings, he was depressed, unrelated to people and things and so on, as he tells it. But he realized with a mental thinking, the person